Hello and good morning everyone from Beijing, China. Welcome to a brand new live stream from China Plus America. This is me, Lucy, in front of the camera, and behind the camera is my lovely colleague, Leah. How is everyone doing today? How are you eating well and are you sleeping well? Please let me know in the comment section. Let me just try to see if our signal is really good. Oh, amazing. I can already see you on my phone and I can see all of your comments live. I can see Jessie here. Great to see you, Jessie. We can see Gina here. Great to see you, Gina. As you can see today, Beijing has really good weather. It is already late spring in Beijing and slowly coming into summer. The situation of coronavirus in Beijing is getting slowly under control, and we are very lucky to be welcomed to a special courtyard owned by the Hutong. And when I mention the Hutong, I want to bring you to our two special guests today. We are here in a very special company named the Hutong, and they belong to a small and medium business industry to culture and travel in China, started by two expats back in the days. And we have Luke here and
Hello.
Sophia.
Hi.
Luke and Sophia, you can say hello to our audiences. Our audiences have already come up to say hello to you as well.
Excellent.
So many people are giving you guys thumbs up and to morning to you guys. We have Kevin said, I'm not going anywhere but staying home with my family. Good call. You should be staying home with your family and staying safe. We are here because the sun is shining really bright in Beijing and the situation is under control. We have Elmer here saying good morning to everyone. Aline, Cooper, great to see you. Stan said you are loud and clear, Lucy. Thank you. And Luke and Sophia just said hi to you, Stan, as well. Can you hear them really well? Please let me know because I'm wearing the mic. So please let me know if you can hear our two special guests really well. If you can't, I will bring the mic to them. So we have Sophia and Luke here.
Good morning from Beijing. Can you hear me?
So please let Sophia know if you can hear her. And ladies first, Sophia, can you please introduce yourself to us?
Yeah, hi. I'm Sophia. This is actually my English name. I'm Chinese. I'm originally from Inner Mongolia, northern part of China, and I'm working here at the Hutong since 2008, and as a culinary instructor with some nutritional and some life coach background. So yeah, love it. And yeah, thank you, Lucy, for coming with us today.
Oh, yes. Thank you, Sophia, for helping us to present today's live stream. In a minute, we will follow her downstairs to a kitchen, and she will be presenting her amazing cooking skills to us. And look, you are wearing bright red. Tell us a bit about yourself.
Absolutely, I've got my Hutong red on today. So, like Sophia, I work at the Hutong. I've been here not quite as long, so moved over to the Hutong in 2018, so just 2 years ago. But absolutely loving my time here. It's a fantastic place to work. I love the city of Beijing, and it's really fun to introduce some aspects of Chinese culture to mostly a foreign audience, but also sharing it with locals and people from across the world. It's great.
Yes. Thank you so much for both of your introduction. And we have our audiences saying hello to you. Elmer said he's already shared the live stream. Thank you so much for sharing. Remember, everybody else, please kindly like and share and comment on our live stream so more people can visit Beijing virtually on our tour. And we have Kenny here. The kitchen cooking sounds amazing. Already have people looking forward to the cooking. We have Steve said, love her style. I think, Sophia, you do
love my style. Thank you so much.
do have a really cool style here. And we have here. Yes,
it's
as you can
warm.
see.
Yes, absolutely cooking.
Today it's 30 degrees here in Beijing. We're so happy we can be outdoors in this such beautiful weather. Yeah.
Thank you. So guys, without standing here and chatting, maybe let's first have a look around our surroundings. Where are we? Maybe one of you can tell us about this area here. Where are we and why do we see so many lovely little houses?
Look, do you want to go? Or?
Sure. So we are
so let's walk and talk.
Quite centrally located in Beijing.
Yeah.
So we're near to the Beixianqiao subway station, if that means anything to any of your audience. We have the Drum and Bell Tower just out of view over there.
Oh wow, 1,000-year-old towers.
That's right. We are probably about a kilometer maybe 2 kilometers away from the Forbidden City, just in that direction to
That
our
way
south.
is the Forbidden City, the
So
heart of
right
Beijing.
in a neighborhood full of these lovely Hutong alleys and streets. You see, Beijing is a very big city, but in the center of the city is actually still quite low rise. So we have only these kind of 2 or 3 story buildings around this area, which
Amazing.
gives it a small town feel in the middle of a gigantic city.
Totally. So like Luke said, Beijing is a gigantic city, but inside the city we still have quite low rise old style houses. So you can see now we're going downstairs. So be careful. And they have those really lovely plants right here.
Our mints.
The mints here. And I just saw a really cool comment from.
Maybe here, guys, in Chinese it says 吃了吗?
What does it mean, Sophia?
It's actually say have you eaten? And it's just like a normal like greeting way. Say hey, hello, how are you? Maybe what's up? Something like this.
Amazing. So everyone in the
yeah.
everyone in the audience, I want to ask, have you eaten? You can reply in the comment section. As you know, eating is quite an important aspect of the Chinese culture. So when people greet each other, especially in the northern part of China, it's quite usual for them to say, have you eaten? So this is such a lovely courtyard. I have Jeffrey said, hello, I love Beijing and I can't wait to go back. So amazing to hear your comment, Jeffrey. Sounds like you've been to Beijing before and you really like it. We have Brett said, hi, Sophia.
Hi, Bright.
Bright Warren, do you know him?
Yes, he's my friend from Australia.
That's so cool. You can, Brett, you can say hello to Sophia and hello to Luke as well. And my name is Lucy, your new friend. You can say hello to me too. I have eaten 2 times so far. Thank you, Jessie. So this is a really lovely courtyard. But first of all, let's go into the kitchen because I can't wait to see some storm cooked up in the kitchen as well. So I know that Luke is really busy with his work in the main room, 大屋. So we'll let him go, but we will see him really soon. And let's follow Sophia first to the kitchen.
Happy cooking. Good luck.
See you soon.
Yeah, basically we're going to our kitchen. So as you can see, I don't know how many people you've been in China before, you've been in Beijing, or typically a Hutong house. So this is the like traditional Hutong house, but it's not very standard. But it's like standard ones definitely love Forbidden City. But normally we have a full walls, like full wall courtyard. So each part has different rooms. So we rent the space from 2007 from a local family because we're located in the Hutong and we call us the Hutong.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
So we change the different rooms into a different function. So this is our kitchen, which we're gonna spending more time, and we have a tea room, and we're gonna have a main room, and my colleagues Jan and Himina doing some office work. So feel free in. So this the kitchen here is basically my mainly working place. So the Hutong were like a culture exchange center. Primarily, we're doing a lot of cooking classes and a culture exchange through cooking, through food, and a tea as well. And actually, our founders from Australia, they love food and tea, and it's crazy. So you can see this is like our kitchen. We're gonna start cooking from here, and yes. So
tell me about this map, Sophia.
So this is the map. It's my colleague actually draw them, and we want to just standing out some local, very famous dishes, regional cuisines. So
I can see Peking duck, where Beijing is. It's so cute.
Yeah, and jianbing, and maybe like a gongbao chicken. Maybe you have heard before.
Yeah.
So maybe you can say how many people you had a gongbao chicken here.
Yes,
you can
so
put it in the chat. Let us know.
So guys, let us know how many of you guys have had Kung Pao chicken before, and you can reply in the comment section. We have Giovanni said hello to Lucy. Thank you, Giovanni. You can say hi to my lovely friend Sophia as well. She is our chef today. And we have Mikey watching from Ghana. Great to see you. Thank you for watching from Ghana. David said, awesome, love China, or love where you're from as well. Is the dining room still closed here? That's a really good question. Gregory, please follow me and we can have a quick look at the ingredients that Sophia's already prepared. So Sophia, can you please tell us now that there are quite some days that Hutong, the courtyard, had to close because of the danger of coronavirus outbreak.
Yeah.
So and enter the working space already.
Yeah.
Again, what sort of precautions do you need to take before you come into the place again?
Well, I think first of all, because we're working staff in this location, and this is like a Hutong is a very special area. It's like a living residential area, so it's not like office building, so it's not easy for people to access in. So as a worker here, I have to show them ID. I have to go to my local community to show them also my ID, and I need to scan a special QR code to let them know where I have been in the last 4 days. So none of us have been out of Beijing,
Yes.
fortunately, in that way. And then they just like ask us what's the address, and asking us the details. When do you plan to open? I was like, we haven't been open yet. We just want to prepare to open, you know. So then I get my pass, like literally in this area, so I can easily to get in to access. Other than that, before I get my pass, I need to write down my name and write down my ID number, and I need to check my temperature. This is like all the procedure.
Yeah.
But after we're opening up as a business, you need to prepare all this. You have to make sure your venue be disinfected daily at a different time, and you have to keep like social distance, like, you know, a meter. Maybe we need to be further away from each other.
That's right.
And and then you need to like in Beijing now, you have a special QR code, like you need to scan to check where you have been to, and it give you very like a record, so show you where you've been to. It's safe to get in. Yeah, but still need to limit it with the number of participants in one session. Yeah.
Thank you. So like Sophia said, we need to follow all the safety protocols. Like for now, before we start cooking, what do we need to do before we start cooking?
You have to wash your hands no matter what.
Yes, so let's go and do that.
Yeah, so wash your hands. If not for coronavirus, you also need to wash your hands too, yeah?
Yes, no matter when you start cooking, anytime you do it.
Yeah, you have to wash your hands.
And you can see that Sophia has tied her hair up behind her ears, so she don't have to worry about her hair going into the air or the dish. And we have so many lovely comments. Kenny is saying hello to Brett from Melbourne. And we have Matty here saying hello. Brett said 你吃了吗? Thank you. Mikey said lovely day. Yes. And we have Betty said hello to Leah and Lucy, thank you. And Harold is saying hello. Jeff is saying it is a lovely place. And Aline loves the lanterns in front of our courtyard. Yes, we love all of them. And I can't wait to tell you guys what we're going to cook today. So let's follow Sophia.
Yeah, later feel free to get some tea as well, ladies.
Thank you. So Sophia, can you please let us know what do you have for today's ingredients?
Well, today we prepared a special the dish that we had today. It's called Big Plate Chicken.
So guys, remember it is called Big Plate Chicken. Big Plate Chicken.
Yeah.
What is the background of this dish?
So this dish basically originally from Xinjiang. I don't know if you heard about this. Maybe the bigger area in China, which is located in the northwest of China. If you saw the map personally, we shoot on, it's like, if the Chinese map like a chicken, the chicken butts area. So on the top is basically barbecue. So this Big Plate Chicken is a very common home dish in the area. It's a very humble dish. And the reason I choose this is because this is one of the most popular the dish that we had through our quarantine cook-off. We just finished the project in the last 4 weeks.
Yes.
And then also, sorry, my mask. And also this is like, you know, with ingredients, maybe for people overseas, it's easy to access to.
Yes.
So you don't have to have a fancy, a special ingredients or spices. So whatever you have, they'll be like, you know, you can create the dish. Yeah.
Yes. So looks like we can get all of them from even a Western supermarket.
Yeah.
So here we have the capsicum or chili.
This is the chili pepper. Sorry guys, for the time wise, I prepared a few. And these are the chili I just cut in half. These are sometimes spicy, and it really depends on you. If you don't like spice, you can use capsicum or bell pepper. Yeah.
Bell pepper, and we have, you can run us through
Yeah,
the
so this is onion. I have a lot prepared. Just want to show you some round onion or yellow onion, white onion, you probably call them. Xinjiang is usually use this. It's more sweeter onion over there than spicy. Garlic, humble just like prepare, just like, crush it and ginger. I did have some I can demonstrate to you later on.
Thank you.
And the potatoes.
Ooh.
I cut a lot of potatoes because I just need a little bit for showing you how to do it. So potato, I'm sure you definitely can find it. And this is like, the chicken thighs, we prepared early. So in China, every time we mention about big plate chicken, as we're all Chinese here, there's usually as a whole chicken with the bones, right?
Yes.
Because you don't eat the part, and always with the bones it tastes better. Or sometimes you can, if you want to rarify it without too much bones, you can use the chicken thighs or the drumsticks with the bones. The chicken thigh today, because most of my guests are from foreign country, like not China, so not used to eat with the chicken with the bones, so we debone them. So that's why we choose this. Yeah.
Amazing. So Kenny said that Sophia do cooking classes. Yes, she does, and two tourists as well. Towards the end of this live stream, we will tell you where to access some of the maybe online classes. So before that, Sophia, can you show us the audiences how to cut the potato? In which kind of shape should they cut it?
Yes. So basically, when you cut it, so this is like a farmer's food, or you don't really take very like
so
elegant.
It doesn't have to be too elegant.
No, you just want to be, and also the chicken. Imagine the whole chicken, you always cut them chunks, so the potato in big chunks as well.
Okay, so you can cut the potato in chunks, and we do have the recipe already prepared in picture form from Sophia and the Hutong team. And after this live stream, we will be sticking that into our comment section as well. So.
Here we go. So this knife's a common knife we're using here. Just you can use any knife.
I love this knife.
At home. So you just cut this. I just cut this half and then coated the potatoes. So once you do this, we don't want to just like just cut like this. We want to make certain angles.
Oh, so a bit angled with your knife.
Roughly the same as a bite size, like this size. But it really depends on how much you want to prepare. Maybe you cook for kids, they cannot have this big bite, so you can make smaller. So same thing. And maybe someone you're really good at cooking and you know a lot of this, feel free to share with us why we cut it this way and not like just like normal cutting ways.
Thank you.
Yeah, you can type in the chat. And we're gonna prepare next one because the chicken already cut. Less tiers. We cut onion end. Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, team, you can also, if you have any good tip to share in the chat with everybody from all the nations. What's the best way to cut onion without tears? I can share with you some tips later in the end.
That's right, guys. So a lot of you might be now doing a lot of cooking at home. So you can share with Sophia, our chef today, how you cut onion without having tears. And how do you usually cube or cut your potato where you cook? So let's check some of the comments today. We have James said that is a big knife. Stan said the same thing. One thing I have noticed that Chinese chefs use a cleaver instead of a knife. That's right, we use a big knife. What's the advantage of using a knife like this?
Yeah, so advantage is like, like Chinese home normally is like not rich families, so we don't have a fancy like different shapes. Professional chefs definitely.
This is like one knife for everything.
For everything, for everyone, and I mean for every family. So normally it's different ways because the front is very heavy, so you can cut the softer things from the front.
Softer things from this.
Yeah, it's becoming like a harder and harder. So because it's closer to your hands, right? So the softer things, smaller things, and even like potatoes, cucumbers, tomatoes, you slice from the middle, and the back normally just hatch the bones or maybe like pumpkins, some courgette or squashes that you call it.
Thank you. So, I've learned something new today. So do we need to cube the onion now?
Yes. So the onion, let's do it in the end. Gonna lots of tears. So a ginger is peel it. The ginger is slices. We want to put everything in chunks. Yeah, because this bit like
so we have just taking a break and checking the audience's comment.
Yes,
we
please.
have Gregory said, I've never got tears from onions. You are very lucky. And
garlic will smash it. Yeah, go ahead.
Ooh, so we have to smash it. And Jessie said, I can cut onions without crying all the time. So you guys seem to all be very good, or maybe you just have special eyes and not getting any onion tears. And we have Stan said hello to Sophia. Thank you so much. That's very kind of you. And we have a lot of people saying that we love to see more cooking and they are appreciating that we are taking them to the cooking show. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Sophia, I was wondering, because this will give you tears, do you already have onions prepared over there?
Yes, that's
cool.
why I knew that this onion is pretty strong. I cried in the morning before you guys came.
Oh no, well, because of time, we'll not let you cut this onion because we don't want you to cry in front of the camera anymore. And let's just move to the other side of the table, because that's our cooking area.
Sure.
Do I need to help you bring anything to the cooking
Yeah, I
area?
think these ones, if you could, maybe one hand.
Yeah,
I will deal with the rest things. Yes, you can.
Yes.
Go.
So beautiful,
Let's
lovely.
quickly cut this, yeah.
Thank you. Beautiful, lovely peppers. They are of really different colors. And let's have a look at what Sophia's kitchen has. You can see this is a really cool, all-functioning kitchen with so many different chopping boards, lots of different ingredients, and lots of really nice cookeries as well. And you can see that she's got 2 big woks.
Yeah.
One is filled with water. I'm guessing this one is for boiling.
Yeah.
And
So
there's another one over
for
there.
frying, yeah. So this dish usually served with the noodles. Yeah. So we're preparing some water, so later we're gonna prepare some noodles. I just
Amazing.
prepared in the beginning. There's a half
Oh, wow.
noodles. It's just like a local Xinjiang noodles. Need to be wide, you know. So I just prepared, and later on we can put some noodles.
So guys, don't go away, because we'll see how Sophia pull these noodles later on.
Yeah. And it's not that hard, everyone. And if you can see me, I'm gonna share some tips to pull it, so you're able to do at home, to do your own handful noodle shows to your friends.
Cool. So Sophia, when you are cooking, because I know you're a very experienced chef, so you don't mind if we talk when you're cooking, right?
Of course not. Go ahead. Have questions? Just put it in there.
Thank
and
you.
I just need to start. So here, low heat, always a dry wok. This is the iron wok. It doesn't look very fancy, but this is my favorite wok in
Yes.
the hotel.
In China, we say that you need to season your wok as well, because a wok, after you cook yummy food in it for many times, it will become really well seasoned, and it will give all of the dishes a good flavor. So you can see she's pulling some oil in it. So Sophia, I have another question, because right now, even though the COVID-19 situation in Beijing has been stabilized, however, our audiences might, this is sugar. Our audiences might be living in areas where there are still some precautions that they need to seriously adhere to. I just ask you that as a business owner, when you come into this area, you need to be thoroughly disinfectant. However, I heard that there has been some challenge you guys face during this time. Can you talk to us about the challenges during this time?
Yeah, so basically, our challenges is usually normal days. This room is full with people, and we demonstrate, we cutting things together, we prepare ingredients together, we fry together. But because there's a disease like this virus, we couldn't get in together. So it's definitely a challenge for business. People cannot get in, and we cannot do any programs because we're an event company, and you know, so. Yes, so this is the part of it, yeah.
So in the audiences, I want to hear from you as well. During this time, have you had some difficulties including your employment? Do you still work from home, or are you sort of on leave from work? Or have you heard anyone who are becoming unemployed during this time? Woo-hoo.
Yeah. So
I love this sound.
It's caramelizing the chicken, guys. You just put a bit of sugar in. When the sugar melting, you put the chicken in. So the sweetness will get into the chicken. Yeah.
So this is sort of using the caramel to coat the chicken with a coat of lovely colors.
Yeah.
So Sophia, you were saying to us that Hutong has had some difficult time because people can't get in, and your work cannot go onto internet because you are an event company.
Yes.
And how do you sort of deal with it and try to overcome this difficult period of time?
Yes, certainly. Everything's uncertain in the beginning, and I assume also overseas now. So the only thing we need to focus on, how do we get connected with my guests, you know? And people also facing the same challenge as we do. So we just say, how do we really bring something as a community and to support our guests, you know. So we just like do a lot of like work. Say we need to tell people when do we open. Unfortunately, we had no clue, and we changed 3 times about the opening time. Eventually, say for the notice because we had no
So
idea.
you have to all push back your open time.
Yeah, but
Because
yes.
thank you.
Yeah.
So let's take a break and let you stir the chicken a little bit and check your comments.
Yeah.
Lucy, how is your at-home channel going? Thank you. That's a cute question. I don't actually have an at-home channel, but in this channel you can learn how you can cook this lovely dish at home, Matty Wilms. We have Gail who's here, who offered a tip and said breathe through your mouth while cutting onions. So it will not give you any tears. Thank you for this.
Thank
good
you.
tip. I will remember this and try next time when I cut an onion. But to be honest, I have not used onion for a very long time.
I can share a very good tip, everyone.
Because every time when I cook with onion, I get tears. So please show us the tip later on. We have Jamina here said, you're welcome to visit us next time to Beijing. Thank you so much, Jamina, for sharing the tip. And Man said, is this a typical Chinese dish? I'm from Pakistan. So I think this dish, if you are from Pakistan, maybe you can see a lot of similarities between this dish and Pakistan. Because this dish, like Sophia said, is from the
Uyghur, like Xinjiang, so close to Pakistan.
Yes.
But this is influenced by Han Chinese, mixed influence from Sichuan. Yeah.
wow.
So Sichuan and the minority combined together. So that's the dish.
amazing.
Yeah.
So from one dish, you can see a lot of culture immersion in this one dish.
Yeah.
We have Yao said usually 3 dishes in a stir-fry class. Amazing. Thank you for answering questions with us. And we have Norris said he does not have a lot of time this morning, but that's okay. Norris, as much time as you can spend with us, we appreciate it. So now,
Yeah, so here are the spices.
putting the spices.
Yeah, so there's the spices commonly used, the chili pepper. This is Sichuan peppercorn, guys. This usually give you tingling feeling. If you don't have it, you can just use a normal pepper, that's okay. And some cinnamon and bay leaves. Also, if you like, can put some star anise, yeah?
Yep.
We're gonna put them all in. And then we're gonna put this garlic and ginger and this onion, all the pungent flavors in to actually to cover the meaty flavor. And give the meat more flavor in the beginning. So hey, we're gonna keep going.
Yes, because one thing I can say about big plate is that it does have a lot of flavor. It's very different from the Eastern Chinese dishes, which is mild and really sort of coming into our mouth. But this one is sort of making us feel really excited with all the spices. We have Ada said, hi everyone, hello to you Ada. I am here with my colleague Leah behind the camera, and Sophia is our special guest today. In a minute we're going to go and visit Luke as well and check what he's doing over in his office. We have Kenny said Sichuan pepper is really good with some dishes. Yes, Sichuan pepper, love Sichuan pepper, that's good. Yao, Kenny is saying, Yao, thank you so much for helping and being an Asian background, I can't cook any Chinese dishes. Oh well, you can come to Beijing next time and come to the Hutong, learn from Sophia and the lovely friend here. They will teach you more about Beijing as well.
So what I did is the Chinese cooking sherry. If you don't cook cooking sherry, it's absolutely okay. With the cooking sherry here, just to bring the flavor out and help to cover the gamey flavor chicken. But if you don't have, that's okay, because we already have a lot of pungent taste.
Yes.
So light soy sauce was afterwards, give you more flavor. Light sauce here is a light in color, it's not like a light in taste. It's very salty. And the dark soya, I do a little bit. This is how we measure here in China. We don't have a Q measurement. Everything is a little bit.
Yes, that's right. A lot of our audiences ask when we do a cooking show to give a really accurate recipe. However, we measure it by sort of feeling and tasting and seeing the color. Because in the Chinese dish we have color, it has to be bright, and the flavor has to be just right, and the tasting. What is this?
Oh, this is the one. It's a chili bean paste. This is the Sichuan touch. It's a chili bean paste. Actually, it's made of fava beans and the chili. Just in case, how you girls like spicy?
Not too spicy.
Okay, so this is how you cook at home.
Amazing. Thank you, Sophia. Now I know what's always been missing from my own big plate chicken.
Yeah.
When I make it, I never know the Sichuan touch in it, so I never put the Sichuan sort of sauce in it, and that's why my chicken is always missing a little bit. Now the color is really, really beautiful.
And if people overseas you couldn't get this chili bean paste, you can use a very close enough chili sauce, or sometimes you can use a tomato sauce or just a fresh tomatoes, because we do have some families that cook with the tomatoes. Tomato is very common vegetable. We here say tomatoes are vegetable in China, huh? You can eat as a fruit, but normal people think it's a vegetable in it. Yeah.
Wow, we have Rick said.
So you guys can smell it. Yeah.
Yeah, I can smell it. A really nice flavor. Rick said you're the best, Sophia. And we have Gail said I learned to cook in China and from my Chinese friends. My Chinese daughter bookstore bought frozen jiaozi, frozen dumpling. Thank you, Gail, for sharing that. When Sophia is now putting some potatoes in, and the potatoes are my favorite inside this dish. Sometimes I just eat potatoes without having the chicken because the potatoes soak all the flavor. And you can see in this kitchen, they have disinfected it many times, cleaned the floor, cleaned all of the cookery before they come in. And I also wanted to check with Sophia that what sort of advice, because I know that you already had a difficult time and you're trying to overcome it through some online classes or touch online with clients. But what do you offer to other business owners during this time who are finding it really difficult to keep maintaining their small business?
I think usually really good partnership with the local small groups, because we're starting up company in about 12 years ago, and we have so many beautiful small community groups that we just set up a 4 weeks quarantine cook-off, and we did a taste of China dishes.
Wow.
You can find all these things information on website, and we just ask our supporters, hey, like a Backhouse, maybe like a Shapas, Andy Sausages and Jing'e and the Lost Plate. They do a lot of beautiful food tours. So they give us vouchers, they give us beers and the coupons, and we just list them out and to get our guests involved to cook the dishes, and we also deliver some ingredients for our guests.
Oh wow!
So to make convenience, to make them connected, to make them in touch. So, and then we're gonna do the competition. So we did have a few people win the prizes.
Yes, one of my friend actually won the prize as well. And yes, so Sophia said for business owners to try to think of some innovative ways to help maintaining your business, like they did the quarantine cook-off. If you are also cooking from home, you can also try and do some cook-offs with family and friends. So now Sophia is doing some final touches with the dish. So we'll let you do the final touches with the dish, Sophia, and we can say goodbye to Sophia temporarily for now. And she's pulling some water into the dish.
Yeah, just to cover it. It takes a time to get it done for the potatoes. Once the fork or once the chopstick get the potatoes ready. So I will just leave the time with you guys so far at the moment. I will come back to you so you guys can go ahead. I will see you later.
Amazing. Thank you, Sophia.
Thank you, Lucy and Leah.
You are welcome. So let's go and visit Luke and see what he is up to. But before we're going to turn right. Before we visit Luke, I want to show you that this lovely courtyard, even though this is a private house and they've rented it, they still have all of the precautions on. For example, they have the hand sanitizer for people coming in, and they have the temperature check, and they have this QR code. for people when they're coming to this lovely courtyard, they do need to scan the QR code and find out their travel history to see if they have not or have been to heavily infected areas. And you can see all of the lanterns that you guys loved before. And you can see those hardworking girls inside the office. You guys can say hello to Yao. Say hi to Jimena. They're actually watching us. So when you say hi, they can see you too. Remember to send a lot of hellos and share the comments in the comment section and share the live stream as much as you can. So we are going to go to the main room, the big room. I'll go first. Knock, knock. Hello, anyone in? So let's come in and see what Luke is doing, because like I mentioned, the Hutong is an institution of culture and travel. So other than the cooking that they do, let's find out what Luke is doing in his office. What are you doing right now, Luke?
So I've been editing some video together at the moment as we're looking to try and run some kind of tourism programs this summer. So I guess the main part, or one of the main parts of my day-to-day, is organizing programs for school kids. So typically during the year, the main part of my job is taking kids on a kind of week-long experiential education program somewhere else in China. To give a more specific example, one of the schools that we work with in Beijing, we'll take them up to a city in the north of China called Dalian on the coast, and then the kids will spend a few days measuring the coastline, learning about the local culture, taking some time outside the classroom and doing a different kind of learning through new experiences. Of course, with the coronavirus situation, it has meant that travel is much more restricted. So during the last few months, we've had to close down kind of that side of the business and really use this time to plan for our summer and try and find new and interesting things that we can do when things do reopen up. So at the moment, I've been working on designing some programs as kind of like summer camps. So we're hoping, fingers crossed, in the next month or two, as things get better in China, there might be some ability for us to take people out on their summer vacations. So that's both taking adults around China that already live here, and also taking students perhaps on a week-long kind of summer camps type thing in their local area. So in the case of Beijing, I've been coming up with some cool programming to take kids on around Beijing. So whether that's visiting our venue here, hopefully doing some cooking with Sophia, or walking around the Drum Bell Tower just to our west here, or just exploring around the city.
So some history aspects and lots of educational aspects. And I think a lot of people can agree, and Luke can as well, that travel is a really big sort of educational experience as well. Let's take a break and see what the audience is saying. We have Barbara said hello from the USA. Great to see you, Barbara. Hello to you from Beijing. And please let us know which state you are in the US, and how is the weather where in your area. We have an audience with a Chinese name Fei Long Wang, and he said, I love the Hutong, can't wait till it's open to the public again. So maybe it's one of the audiences.
You and me both.
Maybe you've visited the Hutong before. And Linda is asking how many COVID cases in China now. My lovely colleague Xiao behind the office can reply to you with the current number of cases. But I know that the current cases, a lot of the cases are imported from overseas. And that's also one of the reasons that travel has been sort of a difficult area right now. So Luke, please have a show us.
Look at this. Wow. We're actually at the moment looking about perhaps running some programming in Fujian, and so this is just a short clip of some of the biking and fun that we can do in the sort of Fujian area.
Cool.
And
Are there
some
sounds
lovely
too?
music as well. Is there some sound? Let's see if we can make some sound. There was. Here it comes.
Yay. So Fujian is which area of China does Fujian locate in?
So Fujian is in the southeast of China, so kind of south of Shanghai, north of Hong Kong, kind of on the coast there.
And
so
I can see, that's
there's
you.
me. So it's a quite famous area for having lots of different migrant communities. So lots of the people there came from other parts of China.
Yeah.
A very beautiful part of the world. We can also look at Qinghai, which is another completely different part of China. So this is going up in the far kind of west of China, up on the Tibetan plateau. There's also a very, very pretty part of the world.
Very striking landscape.
Absolutely. So we're hoping perhaps this summer to be able to start taking people back to some of these places. And see how we go. Of course, the other main thing that I'm doing is these summer camps. So we're thinking about how we can take kids in the Beijing area. So there's some really fantastic sort of things we can do just quite close to the city. So doing some climbing on the hills just north of Beijing.
Oh, Via Ferrata. So in Beijing, you can also try that as well.
Yeah, Via Ferrata is a really kind of fun thing. I believe it has its origins in Europe. And the idea is that they bolt into the cliffside metal steps and things that you can hang on to so that you could climb what would otherwise be unclimbable cliff face.
Oh, wow.
So it looks very scary, and believe me, it's completely terrifying for someone that's scared of heights, but quite accessible. So it's a really great way to challenge ourselves.
Same here. I actually had Via Ferrata in Guilin, and it was very scary as well. Let's see what you guys have said so far. Marty said he lives in Long Island. So hello to you all the way from Beijing to Long Island. Thank you for joining our program. You can say hello to Luke as well. And he is a travel expert in China and around the Beijing area. So if you have any questions, you can ask him currently in the chat. It's a rare opportunity to ask someone who knows Beijing and China so well. Fei Long Wang said, Qinghai, are there any trips going there soon? To Qinghai?
Well, we hope so. So we're currently organizing a program taking some people that already live in China out to Qinghai at the end of July. So we're giving ourselves a couple of months break to kind of wait for the coronavirus to calm down, and we're hoping that it'll be easier to travel there in July. I know that currently in Qinghai is as far as I know, completely free of coronavirus. So
amazing, thank you.
Yeah,
that's great. Actually, Barbara said that she is from Illinois, just outside of Chicago. This evening, thank you for joining us from Illinois, Barbara. Luke, so you were saying that you're taking some people for summer tours or late autumn tours. When you do that, when you take group tours nowadays, because of the pandemic, what do you have to take precautions of?
Yeah, so there's a lot of precautions that we need to take.
Tell us about it. So you guys can take some tips as well.
So for instance, I mean, first up, given, as you mentioned, a lot of the cases now arriving in China have come from abroad. So we're very careful to make sure that the people that are coming with us have been in isolation. So in China, I think perhaps you were talking about it with Sophia, many of us all have on our phones an app called Health Kit that can tell from our phone signals that we've been in Beijing for at least 14 days, and then we get a green tick. Of course, if we were to come into contact with someone with the coronavirus, that may well change to orange, and then we have to self-isolate. So first check is that we've kept safe in the last 2 or longer weeks. We, of course, the face masks are the reality for a lot of us for the time being. We're, of course, keeping our tours to much smaller numbers. Ordinarily, if we were taking school kids, we may have as many as 100 kids together. When we're looking at the summer, we're looking at much, much smaller groups. A lot more buses rather than taking planes and high-speed rail, keeping the buses not completely full, so free seats, stuff like this. And just being careful about, always having hand sanitizer and washing our hands regularly. Making sure we're working with local partners that we trust and that we know that they're doing the right thing, being careful about food and all those kind of things.
Thank you so much. These are really good tips. From what I hear, the Hutong business has been very sensible with how you deal with the situation, always being really positive and always thinking of innovative ways and not giving up, and also keeping really, really careful and safe. So you guys, you can take some tips from this. If you are a small business owner, you can try to be as careful as what they do. Or if you are someone who loves travel, to try to remember to keep your face masks on and not to travel to really crowded areas these days, right? So Luke, I can see that you have prepared even more clips to show us. Do we have some more?
Do we have some more? Let's have a look.
Yes, love to see travel videos from China.
Let's have a look at Xishuangbanna. So this
place.
is an amazing part of China. Let's see if I get some volume as well. So this area is far in the southwest of China. So we're talking along the border of Myanmar and Laos. So a couple of times a year we take a small group of adults on a cycling journey through Xishuangbanna. It takes 9 or 10 days. Over the course of those 9 to 10 days we do almost 400 kilometers on the bike. So it's pretty challenging. There's some hills as you can see, but it's absolutely spectacular and it's such an amazing way to see the countryside.
Good.
Yeah.
So that's Xishuangbanna in Yunnan, and I think Lee and I have been.
And there's a very spectacular.
He's doing pretty good. Yes. And this is the other side of Yunnan.
Yes. So yeah, this is the clip is looping, but yeah, just some excellent footage of the kind of things you could expect to see in southern Yunnan.
So Claudia said, "I love China," and Nian said, "Love from Pakistan for China. Thank you." Barbara said that it's a bit chilly today. Sounds like he was definitely an interesting person in history. Said Arlene, which person do you refer to? Please let us know. Gregory was wondering whether China take flights from the US, and you are yourself is from Australia. Do you know about the international flight situation, Luke?
Yeah, so currently there's almost no international flights coming in and out of China, and that's going to be the case for the time being. Certainly, as a Chinese national, there are some flights available to come back into China, but for foreigners, currently there's practically no way for us to come to China, or even for that matter, it's quite difficult for me to get home if I'd wanted to. But luckily, things are getting better here, so I think we're quite confident that we're in the safer space at the moment. We're just having to be a little bit patient and wait for things to open up and everything to come back to normal.
Yes.
Fingers crossed.
Thank you. Fingers crossed, and always be patient and be very careful as well. So I can see that, Luke, you're using a lot of modern technology.
That's
you're
right.
online, and you are. I don't want to touch your private computer. Okay.
So let's see what Luke's doing over here. No?
You were doing some online chat.
That's right.
So this is something. Would you recommend doing this? So you were saying that nowadays, because you have to plan for later, but you are using this time, even though you can't meet people person to person with colleagues or clients, you're using this time to plan.
That's right.
Can you offer some advice for our audiences who might also be stuck at home and can't physically go to work, or maybe sadly have to cut off their working hours or reduce their salary? What do you say? What do you want to say to them? Some encouraging words or some advice?
Absolutely. I think it's key to stay positive. It is very challenging working with people remotely. So we have staff spread across China. So in Hong Kong, Taiwan, and Shanghai, and then of course in Beijing. Now, like in recent weeks, we're back together. But certainly for those 2 months, we were all kind of working remotely and video conferencing in. Yeah. And I think one of the things that both for staying positive and being creative, I think it's really important to put aside some time in those video conferencing calls to just do that kind of water cooler chat, you know. One of the beautiful things about working in an office together is not just the time working together, but it's the time having a little bit of social interaction and how's your day, and sometimes from those conversations comes some really creative things. And an example is what Sophia was talking about earlier, doing this kind of quarantine cooking competition where people from home were taking our recipes and creating new things.
Speaking of Sophia, let's walk and
let's go have a look. So that came from just a conversation, a chat that wasn't part of planned work. Oh, let me open that for you.
Thank you.
So yeah, I think that kind of positivity and making some time for chatting and non-work time with work people is really important.
Amazing. I can see Joshua said maybe that's one of your future clients. How can I sign up for that trip? Yunnan looks amazing. And Charlotte is saying the most amazing trip of my life. I don't know whether, Charlotte, if you've been to one of the Hutong tours. And Betty said that would be awesome to explore China on a motorbike. That's a great way to explore China. I would concur with you. So look, I have been getting the travel bags for such a long time, but I know recently I can't travel. So like yourself, you must be someone who loves travel too.
Absolutely.
How do you feel during this time?
It's challenging. And I mean, perhaps one thing you can do as things start to open up a little bit is to explore your local area.
Okay, local parks, local gardens.
Absolutely. Lots of cities have lots of things that perhaps you wouldn't go to because you're a local, you know,
Yes.
you know, when perhaps we can't travel far afield, there's some great opportunities to explore things in your neighborhood while we wait for the greater world to open up again.
Yes, amazing. So let's come into the kitchen.
Oh,
Wow,
that's
look
great.
at that. Guys, I'm sorry that this virtual live stream cannot offer you the sense of smell because I can smell something really, really amazing. And Sophia has done an amazing job. I don't know whether it's... Thank you. I don't know whether it's time to pull the noodles yet, or do we still have to
I
wait?
prepare some just for Taiwan, but
Yeah.
I want to show you, probably get exciting about this too. It's
Yes.
fairly like a doable.
Thank you.
But
Our
I
audiences love
always
seeing it.
believe if I could do it, everybody can do it.
Oh,
for sure.
wow.
Literally, it's your body coordination. The doughs are fairly soft. It's just a water, salt, and flour. And then you make it soft. You cover with the oil, vegetable oil here we're using. And then you can, depends on how big the noodles are, and then you can cut the desired size. And you just use your hand to press it. And holding the two ends, you need to do up and down, open your arms. Yeah, so like this. See, up and down.
Wow.
And if you want to like even this is pretty, it's good in thickness, but some people maybe want thin ones. You can also keep going, do it, and then fold again, and do it also. This is very humble, doable home cooking with the noodles. So the noodles done. What you need to do is actually, because the oil in between won't stick together. Because I personally boil some, so it'll be clouding the water. So you put these to boil,
Amazing.
and then you're just using chopsticks to separate them.
That's a very long chopstick.
This is for deep frying here in the kitchen or for noodles. We're gonna quickly do it. I will put the high heat.
Thank you.
We're
So,
gonna start preparing to eat soon, yeah?
wait a second, Sophia. So you're saying that this is not hard to learn.
Not really.
So do you think we can try it?
You can try it.
Yeah.
You wanna try it?
Yes, yes. I will
You need to
go
wash
and,
your hands first.
and is it enough for me and Luke both to try, or
Of course.
Yes.
Cut in half.
let's come and wash
All
your
right,
hands.
here comes a challenge.
Oh.
Okay, so
I have to put this here. Yeah. The tissues here. I'm gonna boil this first, okay?
yes, thank you. So you can see I've washed my hands.
And now it's
What
Luke's
tissues
turn.
on the table there, Lucy?
Yeah.
Can you see, guys? You can see the noodles. Oops.
Wow.
Sorry. The texture is up to yourself. Do you want to use like a longer or shorter time? It's really up to yourself.
So it looks like it doesn't take long. I'm sorry, Luke, to drag you into this challenge.
This is going to be embarrassing, I think.
So you just press it and then make it flat. And you need to get your arms straight up, straight down, and then put the two sides, not like go on the backwards.
Step one.
You need to flat first. No,
Oh.
flat first.
Sorry. I was too excited, completely forgot how you did it.
Don't
so
worry.
flatten it,
And then you're holding the two sides.
holding the two sides.
All this stuff from short, yeah? And then up and down, your arms up, down. No roping, up and down. No, pull it backwards.
Oh, I feel
it's
so
working,
bad.
though.
I mean, I'm Chinese. I should be able to do it.
Oh, it's cooking is not about nationalities.
Thank you.
So it's about here.
Uh-huh.
So your hands like up and down, open.
Oh.
See, guys, see the difference? Your arm doesn't do extra work like this.
Oh.
It's actually here controls. Yeah.
Oh,
Here we go.
good.
Is it easier? Yes.
It's a lot easier.
Yeah.
And is it done now?
it's done.
Oh, good.
Oh, you made it look so easy.
Thank
Let's see
oh,
if I can.
I can put it in the
Yeah, in here. Just give me clean the plate. Yeah.
Okay,
'cause
in the
here I
clean
need
plate?
to- yeah.
and
All
okay.
right, now it's Luke's turn. Let's see if I can.
加油, Luke.
Yeah. Pride of Australia on the line
Now
here.
use your palm. Look.
Oh, palm? Okay.
Palm give an even thickness.
Ah, okay.
So like fingerprints, you have a thicker, like a thinner, it's add broken
Okay,
easily.
alright.
I hope you guys are enjoying our attempt to
Oh
this.
no, I
Up
think
and
this is
down.
not going to go well.
No, you can.
Yep.
It's all right. Okay, quick, sharp, easy. Open. Yeah, open your arms.
Good.
There you go. See. So the harpoon our regular
Wow,
cooking
look at
classes
that.
here.
That's a noodle.
Yeah, if we're gonna do cooking online, we're gonna definitely show you guys how to cook this.
Thank
yeah?
you. And
Awesome.
this
From
was your
scratch.
first time.
Yeah, absolutely first time.
Good job.
I got to watch you do it first though, so I think that's where it came from.
Oh, you're too humble for this. So we have Meity said nice, and Lucy, didn't your mom teach you this? No, my mom is not from that part of China, guys. China is so big, so
Yes.
you can see already from the map we've showed you. The big
yeah,
plate
I
chicken
like
was from, I'm not tall enough, maybe you can
Yes,
point.
so Da Panji, big plate chicken up here in the northwest.
Yes,
Um,
and where are we, Luke, in Beijing?
Oh, I can't,
The
my
Beijing
arm's not
duck.
that long. Right
Beijing
up there,
duck.
and right.
Yes, in that area.
And the video we're just watching was from down here, where
Oh,
we see
wow.
pineapple rice.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So guys, this is a good way to show you that China is so big, and even I'm from China, my mom didn't teach me how to cook the noodle in that area of China. James said, Lucy, you did a good job. Thank you so much. So I think before we close up today's chat, we want to thank you guys so much for joining us, and thank you Sophia, and thank you to Luke for sharing really good tips for travelers, for business owners, and for employees during this period of time. Sophia, do you think it's time to taste the chicken?
Yes,
now?
let's give it a try.
Oh, yeah.
Let's do this. So it's house served. Let me get
So
some.
I wanted to make you guys envious by tasting the chicken as an ending to our video.
Yeah, so far I wouldn't say I'm fortunate that to show you guys online. I think it's a great fortune that I can share this what I know through the internet, through the platform here. So they usually just serve like the noodles in the plate. In the restaurants, if you order this, usually they give you for free, or they maybe charge a little bit for extra noodles you have. Yeah, and they usually put here.
So Stan was saying that was a really cool way to stretch the dough. Thank you. Joshua is saying, how can I hire Luke and Sophia for my company events?
Come over to visit us first.
And we have Rick who's saying that he is getting hungry now and is grabbing some snack to eat. And Aline is
Get some
saying
chicken.
that Lucy, at least we know you won't starve. Thank you so much. Yes, I definitely won't starve in Beijing. Even though during the coronavirus outbreak, Beijing has kept up its serving of food delivery and different things.
Yeah,
Look, you have been for the whole time in Beijing during the you didn't
right.
travel to back home.
No, yeah,
For
in
Christmas.
Beijing,
Oh.
in China the whole time, absolutely.
yeah.
So very much reliant on home delivery services.
Yes. So this is one served plate.
Yeah, you guys, look, would you mind just get chopsticks for
Of
them?
course.
Yes, so we use chopsticks to eat this dish.
Yeah.
And Marty said in 2021 he wants to visit China. Thank you so much, and thank you for leaving so many enthusiastic comments during today's chat. We definitely welcome you to welcome China when everything cleans up, and we're hoping that it will be the time will come soon for a travel guide.
Take your weapon, Lucy.
Thank you.
Yeah, let me prepare
Maybe two
for
of them's
some
enough.
layers. Maybe spicy, huh? I don't know how much spiciness you like too.
That's okay. And
Here, good Luke, do you want to try?
I would love to try.
You guys can give a try. I'll prepare for Leia, the beautiful camera girl, just behind the
there
camera,
you go.
Wonderful.
and also for my colleague Yao and Chimina.
Yes. We have Kenny is actually watching from Melbourne, and he said, "Tell Luke it is lunchtime here in Australia." So yeah, that's why we.
Not far off here either.
Yes.
Yeah.
And just a spontaneous question: any tips you want to offer to friends in Australia? What you've learned from Beijing, the tips of being safe.
Yeah, I mean, in Australia, I think there's a lot of movement at the moment for this government-run app that will help us to get control of new infections and and you know, hopefully really flatten that curve. So I think you know, download the app, get on it, be safe, and if you all do the right thing, soon enough I'll be able to watch Australian football again.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, feel free to get some tea.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So just for the last part of the live stream, for the tasting, we can take off our masks when we taste, and make sure we put our masks in a very safe place.
Yes, here we go.
Absolutely.
Look.
Oh, and some tea.
Yeah, I'm
Beautiful.
gonna serve myself some as well. Now you can see how we look like. Now.
Yes, and you can
I'm gonna
see.
put some
Put it back on.
Too lazy to wear my makeup today. So what tea is this? So
This tea actually is one of the founders. Well, whoever touring Australia, we probably this our founders from Australia. One's from Melbourne, one's from Sydney. They love tea, so this is like a Mark's tea. That's his name. This is a white tea from Fujian and flavored with the coconut and mandarin. Just a very refreshing taste. And so for this one, as you know, it's like chicken and we do some oil, but ideally not that much. So usually in China, if we eat a heavy food, we usually have a tea to help. So yeah, here we go.
Yes, I always like to drink tea before I eat to clean my plate.
Palate? Yep.
Palate, I'm sorry.
Palate, yes.
When I see food, my English is all gone. Yeah. I can't wait to dig into this beautiful big chicken.
Feel free.
Big plate chicken.
All right.
And firstly, I will definitely have the
potatoes. Yeah, potatoes in season.
Oh.
I hope it's look okay with
Sophia,
you.
you're a master.
Thank you.
Oh, so good.
Even better than restaurant.
Right? Actually, I think your friend, his son did it. He gave us a very, very good feedback. I'm so blessed, and because that his son did it, he said, "This is the best ever recipe I had. I've been in China for 15 years, and even he been to Xinjiang, but this is the best recipe they tried at home."
It's up there. I'll
Yeah,
tell you
it's
that.
a very
It's
highly
really good.
humble food. Yeah.
Thank you. And sorry. Yes, I just had some chili, but I want to welcome all of you back into the. Please have a little bit.
Let me try the chicken first.
Our hardworking chef.
Oh, it's very good.
You like it?
Yeah, it's very good. Thank you.
I also like to taste my own food and feel happy with myself. I'm joking. Okay, so thank you so much for the Hutong to welcome us into the beautiful courtyard. It's okay. You are testimony of how good the dish is. Can't stop. So thank you, and also big thank you to Leah working so hard behind the camera. Thank you so much for Luke and Sophia for talking to us today. We are going to close today's live stream, and we will hopefully see you next week. Thank you so much for being with us, and welcome to Beijing when everything is able to run smoothly again.
Yeah, so welcome to the Hutong. You can find more information about us. You just go visit our website, the www.thehutong.com as usual, and we're talking about to launch our second cooking program online, and hopefully can see you online in the future. I will still working on it, and if you access to our website, also our Facebook page, also Instagram, and you can follow us, and we're gonna keep you guys posted. And I think that's all for today.
Yeah, that's
from
all
us.
for
Thank
today.
you so much for joining us.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bye.
再见。
再见。